It is okay to not know what the fuck is going on ever. It is okay. It is genuinely okay. Because I am looking at these parking tickets. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I am astounded, first of all, because it used to be like, oh, it used to be very bad. I don't even know if I should like actually get into the specificity of the figure with everyone. Because I'm like, everyone. I'm weak as fuck. But I'm also like, the whole point that I thought I would be good at YouTube in the first place is because I just enjoy talking to myself. Like, that is oh the fuck okay. Because also my thing is like, let me not get into the logistics, yeah. But what I was saying, yeah, I'm not gonna get into the logistics because I'm like, God forbid somebody ever. Well, also that's kind of your problem if you are like uncomforted by me, in ways that you have no way to verify. Um, I feel like the discomfort is definitely fair, but the holding me to something that there is no understanding of me for. I feel like this is more. Oh, continue. Oh, geez. What did I just agree to? Oh, wow. Because my thing is, I'm like, I am so willing to hold myself accountable if people like communicate it, which is why rumors have always been such a strange concept to me because I'm always like, why wouldn't you just fucking ask somebody if it's true? Like, why wouldn't you ask somebody if it's true? That's why I really used to like love. Oh, I used to have my half of my leg in gossip. Yeah, it was really my shit, which is not something that I like say proudly, by any means. But after the longest time, I'm like, if people really wanted to do more than just try to embarrass each other and talk about matters that are not their own. Unless, here's my thing. If someone is like doing something that does hold like an extenuating, please don't, please. Oh, okay, I'm okay. Okay, perfect, and I caught it tonight. I'm okay. I'm okay. All is well in the world. Okay. Okay, that second one is definitely. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 You know what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to work. It is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. This goddamn cat is having the time of his life. Like, I need to. Okay. It's going to be okay. It is okay. Ain't a thing. It is okay. There is no issue with not knowing what the fuck is going on and with not being prepared to deal with it. I am not supposed to have all the answers now nor at any point of my life. The whole point of living your life experience is learning the best that you can to become the person that you want to be regardless of the circumstance that's given, which is so like without any nuance, it is just like very reductive of like complex experiences, especially considering like, yeah, like I live in a fucking first world country. Like, of course, that's gonna be so much easy. Yeah, but I feel like that's why I've realized after so long, like hoping and like dreaming, I've realized that's why people say like dare to dream is like a privilege. It's a big ass privilege to be able to see the world as even possibly having its arms open wide enough to, yeah, account for all of the things that I want to do with my life. Like I feel like I, after like, yeah, making like a very conscious effort to become more educated on the world outside of myself, have like grown such an understanding for the fact that like not even to be like, because I'm not demeaning my own issues by any means, because also I realized, oh, Wait. Oh, fuck. Let me think. Okay, wait. Relativity principle, and then, okay, that's the only thing I need to remember because I'm about to talk about this right now. Basically, long story short. Wait, oh, it left me. No. Okay. So it's like, yeah, not even like to diminish my issues at all, because I'm still very like aware that like, yeah, things that like I struggle with are still things that I need to validate. But I'm realizing that like literally if you are in a world that continually reinforces to you the idea that your existence is not important and should not be protected and yeah, like is not going to be acknowledged, then like, yeah, seeing the world as being able to accommodate and deliver to you the things that you want out of it is such a privilege. And I feel like I was already aware of this, like, to a degree. Like, I mean, yeah, I had the awareness within itself that, like, it is, I don't know. But whenever I feel like I actually have thought through something in comprehension rather than just, like, understanding and in passing, like, having, like, empathy in passing for things that I see that, like, reflect that message, whenever I'm able to draw a narrative to that message, it signifies to me that I understand something comprehensively enough to, like, I don't even know. But, like, that's why I love talking to myself, because I'm like, I have so many self-understandings and things that, because whenever I draw reference to my morals, not, like, just, like, in a day-to-day basis, but, like, whenever, say I'm, like, dealing with something that challenges my morals, whenever I have a narrative to be able to draw to be able to revise my character and to be able to change something, I love being able to have that reference point, because it's me recalling something so that I can pull it into application. It's me understanding something doesn't feel right, but being able to verbalize to myself what that is so that I'm able to correct it in a way that's conducive with the product that I want to come out of it. Because it's just like the same way as like a user's manual. Like if something delivers a good product to you, and if my desired product is having an understanding of like emotions, then whenever I'm like flagging something within my own behavior, that gives me the opportunity to like look in my user's manual and figure out what the fuck it was that I didn't say that I didn't like, or that I said that I didn't like, or that I did that I didn't like. Like, it's a good opportunity to be able to like, yeah. Where the hell was I going with this? Oh, and then also I talked about this in the last thing that the last like video I made or whatever. But I realized I did not actually like ever follow through. So this is that. But basically there's like this fucking relativity principle. Once again, don't know what the fuck it's actually called, but that's like, I'm pretty sure like one of the same. Like I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Like that's, yeah. Long story short. But basically if you are accustomed to one thing, whenever you experience shit, I low-key forgot it, but I know it relates to this. Wait, let me think. Okay, wait. But I can't think without talking, but I'm talking myself in circles. Okay, whenever I... chill. First of all, chill the fuck out a little. Okay. Long story short, okay, now I forgot what the hell I was saying. I forgot the whole overarching theme, not even the nuance. I forgot it all. Wait, it's gotta come back. I don't know. Relativity principle, but what was the example? Oh. It's like whenever you are... It basically attaches to the concept of like egoism. That'll be easier. That's easier to explain, and it's like, Okay, so a lot of people hear egoism, think like selfishness because ego, yeah, prefix XYZ. But it's funny because the concept of egoism is like about seeing things, starting your perception of things as how you perceive things rather than wanting your perception of things to be how you perceive things. No, because then that makes it just sound like willing and unwilling, which would make it the same thing. Or knowing and unknowing, which would make it the same thing. But it basically means like whenever I am, say, here's how we're going to think about it. So say this is such a good, oh my God, wait, this is such a good example. This is why I love a good analogy. Oh, this is why you always got to run to the analogy. You got to run like your hair's on fire to the analogy. Let me not forget what the fuck I'm saying. Basically, so egoism is like if you were, or no, let me start. I'm so happy I found this because, I know what the fuck I'm going to say. Wow. Okay, wait. Let me get on with it. Oh, no, I'm excited. Okay, so basically, selfishness is like if you were testing water for a kid, like you're running a bath for a kid and you're trying to see if like it's too hot or too cold. Or that's the nanny brain. Let me just think if I was fucking running a bath for myself. But I already, my thing is I know the exact down to the degree of the thing, of the matter. Whenever I put on my shower, I know the exact angle that I gotta get the hot, that I gotta get the cold. Boom! Like you never heard of them. Like you never heard of them. I'm telling you. Okay, let me get on with it before I forget this. Yeah, peak life analogy. It has literally officially been 2 minutes since I figured it out because I literally noted in my head. I was like, like some 10 minutes. Like I could literally, I'm so hyped because now I get to get this on like 30 seconds. Anyways, the analogy is, let me not lose it. Okay, so you're basically testing. Wait, no, because then there is another party that is necessary in the analogy. Okay, let me backtrack. So yes, you are running a bath for like a kid. So if you're like checking to see, like running your hand under it to see if it's too hot or too cold. So if you think it's just right, cool, fine, and dandy. Basically, selfishness would be allowing the kid to get into the water, but if they are too hot or too cold, not changing it because you don't, want to, or like you, not changing it because you think that your perception of it is like just fact, because you're like, no matter what, like this is just, like I know it's not too hot or too cold, so it's not too hot or too cold. Egoism is basically running that water and thinking that the kids are going to be fine in it because you were fine in it. But there is no intrinsic attachment of maintaining that belief through having heard otherwise. So I feel like the integral difference in egoism and selfishness is that selfishness insinuates like a lack of ability or a lack of like dynamics. Like selfishness basically connotates like disruption of other people's well-being in like ways that are, how do I even explain it, in ways that are like less dynamic, because whenever something is like identified with something that's like describing its present state of being, unless you're saying it like in the no, because I don't even know how the fuck to explain that. This is why I love talking through things, because it makes me increasingly able to explain like very delicate concepts that like I originate, but then it also makes it so that I learn how to talk to myself, because I say things in ways that are more specific so that I can understand them, because I think through talking. So I'm always trying to say things in ways that they make the most specific sense to me, the way that they most reflect the concept that I am trying, that I'm trying to like, Where was I going? I don't know. Wow, life. I'm gonna go watch Glee. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not even gonna think about what. Oh my god. Oh wow. The fact that I might have. Oh my god. Let me start looking. Oh, let me pay this ticket. Oh no! And then what am I gonna do? Oh god. Okay. You know what? Rip off the Band-Aid. It is okay. Okay. It's fine. It is fine. It has to be fine. Right now, it has to be fine. Okay. Fuck. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Convenience fee? Bitch, you're a government website. Oh, that is so fucked up and sinister. Oh, all convenience fees are charged by the vendor, not the Philadelphia Parking Authority. Oh, wow. So you're somebody's bitch, is what I'm hearing. Okay, perfect. You got me on. Okay. Life. What? Oh. I was like, excuse? Billing Street, address, name. Why? I should not be reading this out loud and filling it out. Because I'm like, I didn't think that would be like a crazy thing to do until I had to start getting like very like intricate and intentional with understanding like what people can know without you telling them like online. Because one time I was like on Omegle. All great stories start off the same. One time I was chilling on Omegle and there was this like guy and I was just like talking like in passing for like I want to say 2 minutes and it's oh motherfucker, is that right? I think so. But it's like there was this guy like yeah we were like talking in not like talking like what the fuck like on fucking Omegle. I was never one of those. Oh, thank God I was never one of those. I'm so glad. I'm very genuinely glad that I don't have to look back and like reminisce on that. Because there are a lot of like just things that I did that I'm like, oh wow, I really would not have wanted this for myself whenever I was younger. But like that really would have been something that like would be so hard for me to look past in this day of my life. Because I'm like, wait, did they turn me up and take away one of my oh. No. Okay, well, that's okay. Wait, did they? Ooh, wah. Ooh. Denied. Bitch. That's tragic. Y'all better give me my parking pass. I think it's probably just because I'm one of the city's most profitable citizens at this point. Oh, that's terrible. That's okay. No. Because you know what? I'm the type of person, I gotta attach like an emotional incentive to that. Because at first I was like, okay, I am a government pawn and it is making me really frustrated. But like, I can't find anything to reason out of my executive dysfunction unless it's like extenuatingly terrible. So, and then realizing the fact that like, I am literally just like letting them bitch me out. Like, I am letting them make me like I am wow, like they are running me like a hamster on a wheel for this whole system. Like that's why I need to stop letting them bitch me out. Okay, wait, past due violations. Oh wait, maybe, oh my god, wait, we're moving up in the world. I think I've paid off all my past dues. Oh, that is so... Oh, that's so sexy. Okay, wait. Pay parking ticket. Now let's check that. Hey! Okay, that's really nice, actually. I was not expecting that. That's beautiful. Wait, but then where did the other two go? Red light violation. Let me not even check that. No, let me check it. Issued within 30 days. Ooh, oop, 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 oop. I don't think I have any. Because I came to Philly so good at red lights. Oh, should I be saying, oh, yeah, no, I'm just here temp. I mean, once again, like all of 2 views on my videos, but I'm like, 1 of 2 could be like low-key like a killer. So I'm like, you really can never be too safe. Yeah, because it only takes 1 person to kill you. I feel like someone's probably said that before. If not, quote me, via me. But wait, what the hell was I talking about? And it also only takes 1 person to eat your face off while we're on the topic. While we're really, if we're gonna go there, let's go there. No limits. Oh yeah, no, what I was saying is like I was so good at like red lights for like so long before I came here, because like people drive like real life civilians like at my home, but I'm realizing though that's really not true, because like very genuinely like people in where I live like are like tweakers on the road, but I've always like prided myself on like, oh, yeah, like I'm like very civil, because like there was never any traffic, so you could still get where you needed to be while being civil and like a functioning like member of society. Like everything worked like a well oiled machine. But coming here, the fact that there is traffic, so many red lights, and people are on the roads at every single time of the day, and like people just have like a certain like, there's like a different pace to the area, which is like low-key, I kind of like it because it's like different from, yeah, like where I'm from, but it's also like, fuck around, get got if you're not too careful here. I literally got hit and ran on. It was not like serious, but I also was pissed because I'm like, you went and scratched up my fucking car. I mean, my car already has its I love my car. I fucking love my car. Like it has so much. Should I talk about details about my car in here? No, I should not. No, I should not. Life. My thing is, I don't think that I'm never going to call myself delusional, because I feel like all of my goals are like very legitimate and I feel very capable of completing them all. But I feel very genuinely like I am going to pick up traction online. My very biggest goal is to be at a point where I can be like, so I'm like, here's my plan. Here's my 5-step plan, my 12-step plan while we're on it. But I'm like, basically, my plan is that I'm going to get traction somehow, some way. I'm thinking I might have to be like in a commercial. I don't think a car commercial. I'm thinking an insurance commercial. Because okay. Nuance, low-key unnecessary. Let me get through this plan. So I'm going to be in a commercial, or just I'm going to pick up traction some way. I used to think it was via my TikTok, and that happened for a while, and I was like, barf in my mouth. I really am not a fan of this life. This is not something that appeals me at all. Did I use that right? Whatever. But I'm like, basically, I'm going to pick up traction, either from being incredibly sexy or from being incredibly talkative and witty and lit. And then 3, I'm going to have an amount of traction so that I can disseminate my ideas and not have them be immediately countered because of my marginalized identities, because pretty privilege can get you so far, and all I want to do is talk people's head off. So I'm always going to use my conventionally aligned like presentations and capabilities to talk people's head off about fucking social change, because I'm like, oh my god, if I could change the world in seconds, I would. Because the thing is, I love learning from people that I am nothing like, and I don't mean that in the way that like so many people that are like pacifists will be like, but even then, I'm like, learning from doesn't always have to mean in alignment with. So I guess that does make sense. Even if you're not a pacifist, but it's like, that's their bar, like bar for bar. You can always learn something from somebody no matter what they believe in. Like, fact, but like, you're a bad person. Like, you, anyways, long story short, I'm gonna ball out a little, like, kind of pivot off the fact that, like, yeah, I'm going to use and abuse any of my conventional identities or, presentations in the favor of disseminating, like, because my biggest dream, I want to change the world so bad. If there's one way to boil down all of the things that I care about, I want to change the world in ways that it has never been changed before. Not in the like drop shipping empire, like automate everything way, but like in the, we could be living literally like kings with fucking equitable healthcare, education, fucking housing, built environments. Like, I'm telling you, if we had because my thing is, at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna like be in the government, like I'm gonna like create like a bill, and then I was like, to hell with it all. I of course want to know about political systems to be able to, because you have to know about a system to know how you're going to, so many people love that, so many people want to hang on to that reform. Oop. Long story short, it's like, if you want to be a part of deinstitutionalization, you low-key do need to know about the institution. Yeah. Because I'm a very firm believer on the fact that you do have, I guess, essential autonomy in every walk of life, but you have the autonomy to, your autonomy takes place in the setting of the world around you. So that just means in consideration of all circumstances, power dynamics, all of those things. So it's like, I feel like people are so bound to only exercising their autonomy within their circumstances because that's what we've been raised within. But that is one of the biggest things that I value about kind of most of my mindsets being like immediately underwritten with intrinsic attachment to convention, because I'm like, a lot of the ways that we want to change the world have just never been revealed to us before. Girl, no, it's not gonna be. My car is broken. My heart breaks to the very core because I'm like, I hate being asked to do things that I can't do. My thing is, I love doing things for people, not like in I'm a people pleaser, so it just means I degrade my life quality and like it's everyone else's fault. No. If I want to please people, that means that I also have to take fucking accountability for the fact that a lot of the time I am undermining my own well-being, but that does not make other people at fault. It means that my sense of self-preservation is blocking my ability to communicate my capacities and my wants and my needs for myself. That is one of the biggest things. That's why, oh my gosh. And my thing is, all nuance considered, because like definitely that is like a very different like circumstance whenever you are in like abusive dynamics and things like that. I never want to say things and have them just be taken as like generally applicable. I do mean them in specific to the circumstance that I'm talking about, unless I do make specifications to make it have broader applications. But yeah, no, I am not like, no, my employer relationship is very good. Like, she is like yeah, like fun lit girl. Like we have a lot of fun. Well, a lot of fun meaning like I babysit her children, but like she's like a fine like girl. Like she is a kind girl. Yeah. What was I about to say? But like that is saying like that in consideration of the fact that like other power dynamics within interactions exist. But long story short, I'm gonna get hot. I'm gonna talk about the things that I care about and the things that will literally make this world a better place, and the things that other people have been literally coming together as groups to try to say to people for so long. Basically, my biggest goal is to be able to disseminate my ideas in platforms that they can be received and manifested within. Ugh! That is my biggest goal. Yeah, literally, because all I do is think. All I do is ever think. And that is my favorite thing ever, because I have so many good revolutionary ideas. I swear to God, if I ever die, I need to, oh my God. That's why I need to go, over break, I need to go through my whole notes app and filter fucking everything. Well, that's just for personal management, but I'm like, if I ever have like a freak accident, because I'm not going to kill myself. I am in the point of life where I'm like, I enjoy being alive, even if there are parts of life that not like in the toxic positivity, like no matter what I'm happy, like, no. Like, sometimes things are not good and well, but it's also the fact that I am intrigued by life as a circumstance before anything else. The fact that literally, no matter what, I have autonomy. I might not always have autonomy on how things get to one another, because once again, autonomy is set in the circumstance of the world around you. But it's also like, there's never a point in my life where I will not be able to choose what I do within a circumstance. Like, I will always have agency over my own body. So the fact that like there's so many things to do and to explore, that's what pulled me low-key out of like my hating life era. That's what low-key made me choose happiness whenever I rediscovered the fact that even though so many things can be shitty, even though I used to wake up and be like, I do not want to, am I oversharing? Let me stop, because I'm not sure that I am, because it's like positive spin, like comeback spin. But also it's like, I don't know if you guys are getting like pity spin, which is not the goal. So I'm like, okay, let me cut that short. Trying to kind of get like a feel for this like read the room vibe thing. I feel like I'm definitely getting better at it. That's why I like talking to myself, because I'm like, I would not check these things if I wasn't talking to myself. If I didn't talk to myself, I would need to get friends, like more urgently, because I'm like, then it would be really bad, because I would never hear myself to be able to like question things. But then I'm like, would I overthink less? But I like talking to myself. It's the price to pay. What the hell was I talking about before though? Oh, whenever you, my goal in life, I think I said this before in this video, if not in a different one. That my biggest goal in life is to explore, is to be young, lit, and turn, and literally see the world around me, and fucking, like, I want to look at things, like, whenever I realize everything, the biggest reason for my overwhelm, but that can be the biggest keystone in liberating myself, is curiosity. I feel like curiosity keeps me from doing so many, or kept me, it's all in that narrative, power in that tongue. But the biggest thing that always kept me from exploring was the fact that I was so curious, but I felt like insatiably curious, because I never knew how to go about satisfying that curiosity, because I had been so alien to concepts of like, even reading recreationally, like I was talking about before. I don't know if it was this one or the, whatever. Like, so many things within exploration just scared me, because the only settings that I had been introduced to exploration within were ones where exploration was penalized if it didn't fit a standard that was never communicated to me, that had no pattern. Like, I grew up with like very erratic decisions within like authoritative figures, so like I never was able to make an understanding of expectations. So I just spent so long acting in like very conformative ways because that was the best way to kind of navigate the that was the best way to exercise. I don't want to say that. That was the safest way. The most, not even safest, that was the way with the least volatility and the least surprises to exercise my autonomy within those circumstances. Because if there is never a clear expectation, but you are penalized for not meeting an expectation, you are going to either attach to conformity or attach to complete non-convention or attach to like timidness, which is like so crazy to like conceptualize. Like, it's crazy. Like, life is crazy. But I'm like, for so long, what was I talking about? I was about to say something so important too. Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh no. Oh, whenever my exploration had been barred either from communicated disappointment or self-instilled disappointment from deviating from like the standard to conform to. Oh my God, my laptop's about to die. God forbid. No, thank you. No, thanks. There we go. Living life. What was I talking about? Then you just create a very underdeveloped sense of want to explore and want to learn and want to grow. And that's why capitalism is so effective, because people are scared to step outside of what they know, because you've only ever been penalized for not immediately having all the answers. So you run to what's the most surefire. You run to patterns, you run to familiarity, you run to conformity, because if there's an equation, then it's got to be equal to something. Like, you might not always know what that's like. It is so much less variable than, I don't even want to say it's, because it's not less variable than other possible societal like structures, but it is less variable than what would happen if we were to uproot a system that was made on the basis of efficiency. Because everyone's scared of uprooting it or of changing anything, because patterns deliver similar results and things are predictable. But as soon as people stop binding themselves to decisions that allow them comfort within familiarity, you are finally liberated. Because that's my biggest thing. I realize, like, if I step out of comfort in just knowing the things that I know, operating within the same preset, I get to become an expansive person. I get to expand on the things that I understand. I get to expand on my understanding of the world, my understanding of other people, my understanding of myself, my understanding of like how everything works around me. And like, considering that communication is at the keystone of being able to build community, which is at the keystone of being able to learn things beyond yourself. It's like beautiful. It is so amazing. It is literally the most amazing thing ever to have pledged my life to exploration. I don't know anything as a constant. I know for now until forever that I want to grow. I want to learn. Even at my lowest moment, I still am fucking curious. I still have things that I want to learn. There's still more to be accomplished in this life. And I know that because I don't know anything about the fucking afterlife, I have my theories, but because literally nothing is set in stone, because before like a fucking child to any thought prescription, to any religious prescription, because I'm really not religious, but to any, like worldly conceptual prescription, I am a child to exploration. I am a child to variability, because I know nothing to be constant except for the fact that right now, what I know, my stomach is having a field day. Fun fact. Very apparent to the masses, but we move. But whenever no matter what, if I were to ever end my life, it would be changing my ability, whether it be more or less, because once again, don't know anything about the afterworld. It would be changing my ability to be able to have these same explorations within the same circumstances. Like, if I know that I am, like, not physically, like, present within this body at the end of, my, like, breathing on earth, like, my living on earth, then I just know that something's going to change in my ability to develop all the understandings of the world from where it is now. Like, if I want to learn how to build a house, I have forever altered the circumstance in which I have an understanding of what it means to build a house. So I just know that I'll never be able to do it the same. Which is why, like, you don't have to be, like, extenuatingly, like, happy to not be suicidal. You just have to be curious, for real. You just have to be curious. Because at the end of the day, it helps so much because, like, as much as, like, once again, reasoning yourself out of any emotion is not a good idea, sometimes you do have to reason yourself out of a decision. And if you're ever at a point where you're having, like, a mental health emergency, literally just acknowledging the fact that, like, and of course it's not always going to be this simple, but I'm like, if so many other things, like lit things, could, like, result in my death, then let me stay alive. Let me stay alive. Not even, wait, that's not what I wanted to say, but that's also true. Like, if I could go skydive and die, like, if there is more beyond these four walls that I'm in right now, if I step outside and there are different circumstances and different environments awaiting me, ones that I've never even known or seen, then I have no reason to end it right now whenever I literally know nothing to be true. Like, I know nothing to be true. I literally could wake up in, like, 5 minutes from, like, a 30-year coma. I could be a whole 30-year-old. This could all be just, like, a very, like, very strange and intricate dream. Though it could be crazy to wake up and be 30. Wow. Imagine, though. Wait, no. What? No. What? Oh, God. Because this is why I'm like, that's why it might be like Truman Show. Because I'm like, oh, God. Like, that would be very crazy. That would be very insane. I don't know. But that's the thing. I'm like, it could all literally just be, like, made up behind the scenes. But I'm like, I will never know. And if the one thing that I really give a fuck about, well, not the one thing, but if the one thing that's driving all my other give a fucks about is the fact that I want to know more and more and more, then it will make it so that I continually look for sustainable and conducive and progressive ways for me to learn best, which means that I'm able to be a dynamic person. I'm able to exercise self-accountability because it means, fuck it, if I'm wrong, I get to know more from where I fucked up. Like, I don't know so many things, but by being able to be wrong, I have learned so many more things. And that's why I feel like low-key being autistic is, like, the biggest, like, sneak weapon of them all. Because, like, the people that say autism just makes them a shitty person get me. Because I'm like, you just have never been in a circumstance where you have had to reason yourself through understanding the world outside of yourself. Because if you do have to reason yourself through it and develop your own understanding of a concept, fuck it, so be it, same. But it's the fact that because I have never been in a social position where I have normalized a lot of things within my behavior, it means that I have also always been in a place in my life of exposure to other people and other demographics, whether it be like in physical proximity or like community proximity, that I have always had to work on pattern recognition and work on figuring out what makes people feel good and what doesn't. That's why also community is a very big, important aspect of being a functioning member of society. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, well, it sounds like the two go hand in hand, but you could be like, yeah, just like by your lonesome. That's why I need to reason myself back into like social like interactions, because I'm like, my ability to, where was I going with this? It's like, you will, oh no, oh, let me think, because that was such a good idea too, or a good thought. All I can hear is the cat's water thing, and it sounds very soothing right now, I'm not gonna lie. Self-accountability, you get to grow, you get to be wrong, you get to, yeah. Well, long story short, it's like, it would be a boring ass life if I woke up every day and knew the answers to the whole universe. Because at that point, I'm like, why do I live? Because not to say, like, you should kill yourself if you feel like you know enough, but, like, in the sense that, like, the whole core aspect of life is exploration. Oh, wait, here's what I was about to say. Like, you can't, like, isolation is what makes it so that you never give your ideas a chance to be experienced by anyone else but yourself. So whether they be beliefs, whether they be aspirations, whether they be anything, you never get a chance for that thing to be experienced outside of yourself. And if you know that no matter what, if you believe that, like, your soul no matter what stays constant, or that you keep it without yourself throughout every lifetime, or not even every lifetime, but, like, just if you know that within even this lifetime you keep the same soul, it's like, that would literally just be waking up doing the same bullshit as the same person, not learning, not changing, not growing. At that point, I'm like, if I've experienced all there is to experience and nothing brings surprise, if everything is basically, like, stagnant, then I never get a chance to live outside of the life that I know right now. So I'm like, change every day. Like, change your gender once a week at least. Like, change your name at least 3 times per year. But if you're feeling crazy, you can pop that on once a month for sure. Like, I feel like my biggest thing is, like, there is no reason to ever feel like the restrictions that the world has set for you have an impending necessity to be exercised through your life, unless it harms anyone else or yourself. I feel like that is just, like, the biggest constitution to live by. Like, there is literally, like, nothing that you could do that is wrong unless it harms anyone else but yourself. That's why, like, I grew, like, very, it was a very necessary change to make, to grow out of my shit-talking phase, because I've realized, like, literally the only reason that I am ever shit-talking other people is for the fact that, I mean, unless it's, like, genuine, once again, like I was saying, I think I said this, like, yesterday, but, like, if someone did something, like, very shitty, very, like, terrible, like, bad in character, like, bad in application, bad in theory, bad in all of it, then, like, it is fair to talk about the things that they did. You don't have to keep it hush for the sake of pacifism. Like, you can talk about things that people did to harm you. Or, oh my God, purge. No. Immediate no. What the fuck was I about to say? Oh my God. Because you, oh yeah, like, I've realized, like, shit talking just was never something that, like, very much aligned with, well, it did align with me as a person for a really long time, but it does not in the person that I am today and the person that I see myself being tomorrow, which is why, I had to leave it behind, because I'd be a liar to say that. I feel like every time I was aware, well, not every time, because of course I'm not aware of every single time that I say something, like, that isn't good. But that being said, like, every time that I've had an awareness within myself or had an awareness brought to my attention, that's something that I said it is, like, fucked up. I feel like, what was I about to say? I I feel like, oh wow. Oh wow. This is really crazy. What the fuck was I about to say? Um, oh, it's just developed in understanding within. Wait, what? Yeah, like any time that I've just said something about someone that has no bearing on, or that, yeah, like has, yeah, if I'm ever like talking poorly about something that has no like personal reflection on somebody, then it just makes me aware of the fact that I am aware that that person is more liberated than me in that thing, that they live in a world that exercises XYZ beliefs, and they are more liberated than I am. So if I'm ever using any rhetoric that is just talking about people for the hell of talking about it, it just makes me aware that, like, if it holds no moral reflection, then it's like, I'm just a little bit envious about the fact that they are less attached to convention than I am. Because I know convention drives me crazy. So seeing someone else be so liberated in their exercise of unconventional, like, traits, if that ever makes me upset, it's just because I need to do better on liberating myself so that I can liberate other people. So I feel like, yeah. Because a lot of the time, a question to ask yourself that has helped me so much with so many personal, like, awarenesses and, like, internal biases. Because whenever you're like, you know what, I really need to, like, 10 toes down this whole fucking internal biases situation, you really have to start asking yourself some, like, crazy questions. But, like, they're not crazy whenever you are at, like, a comfortable state with acknowledging them to yourself so that you can work on them. Because at first it's like, well, why the fuck would I ask myself this? But it's like, also, if you don't expose yourself to the critique necessary, you really will just never know the answer. Like, you can just not ask yourself something, yeah, for until the end of your life. But that just means you'll never know the answer. It doesn't mean the answer, like, made you morally correct. It means that you'll never know the answer. So if you're not asking yourself those questions, it just means that you are surpassing the ability to be able to develop or counteract a belief that you hold. So it's like, yeah. But the question, anyways, was, you have to ask yourself, if you're critiquing someone, ask yourself, like, the brand of person that you like. For me, like, immediately what comes to mind is, like, queer and black. If this person said that, or no, that's not true. Well, I mean, that is true, but also, like, the person that you really should be drawing reference to be able to examine your internal biases is the people that you can, but then also that requires a, like, pretext of awareness of your internal biases. So I guess the first step is really just looking out for pattern recognition, being able to not shut people down whenever they say things about how their behaviors like make you feel, whether it be like people directly telling you that or looking and seeing like opinions that you have online being like critiqued. Like if you actually indulge in that critique and like ask questions and kind of like piece through those things, like validating people's emotions is always going to be the first step in any big process that you want to make. So if you start by validation, then you get to understand what are the people that you do not, like subconsciously have a framework to critique. And those people are always the people that are not as harshly scrutinized in, like in a societal lens. So anyone that's not, like harshly viewed within like society, if you ask yourself, would I be saying the same thing if this person had said or done the thing that I'm critiquing? No, You would not, in a lot of cases. But if the answer is yes, then that probably means that the thing within itself is like personally attached. That's why sometimes whenever I'm like, I've been having to ask myself, because I am like, yeah, asking myself that like a lot of the time, if not like all the time. I'm always like, just because now it's just like a force of habit thing, because low key, I'm getting like nice with it. Like whenever I just like took out all making fun of people, not to say that like I was ever like, yeah, just like a terrible, horrible person, but I have made just some like unsavory jokes, not even like in like, by outside of convention, I don't necessarily mean like marginalized, but like, just like, I don't know, like I used to like make fun of people for like thin lips, which is like still like funny, but like now it's just not like, yeah, it's just like, I know like black people with thin lips and they probably don't feel well about people making fun of people with thin lips. So I'm like, I don't know, it's just made me like find different humor. So now I'm like able to critique myself more and more. And because I critique myself like a lot whenever I am funny, because that used to be so dependent on kind of easy, which was just like deviating from convention once again, hence the thin lips example. It's like now I'm just asking myself that all the time, because I'm like, I'm a young lit bitch and I learned how to like actually have some chops without being a cunt, which is like, wow, we're moving up in the world. Like that was definitely like one of the very like big, like not even milestones, because that's not like a quantifiable thing. Well, a milestone doesn't have to be quantifiable. It does not. I feel like most of my milestones aren't quantifiable unless they're like age. Like what? No! I'm turning 20. Oh, I don't want to think about that at all. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Video over, vibes ruined. Good night, America.